The wind conditions are a lot lighter than the days before.
Yeah, the wind is pretty light, but you know, it's definitely raceable. Nowadays with the foil, the range of conditions in which we can race is really, really wide. And for sure at the moment it's raceable. So, I mean, as long as you have the right gear and the right training, you can compete, you can go around the course fast without stopping. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing. So the best guy will still win.
You start day 5 in a strong 10th position. You must be pretty satisfied with that so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if someone told me that I'll be sitting in 10th place before the event, looking at the entry list of really, really competitive field, I would be, yeah, for sure, give it to me and I go straight home.
Fresh off the water after 2 eliminations on the foil. How did it go?
Not so good actually. It's pretty light and we only did super strong wind in the past few days, so it was a big change for me to suddenly go super light wind and a lot of pumping, so a lot of breath.
As one of the competitors that is only foiling, how have you found it so far?
Well, I haven't actually been on the water a lot, to be honest. This is was my 5th race now, so we did 2 now, 4th and 5th. And in 4 days, actually only did 3 races, so for me it was mainly sitting on the beach and watching the slalom guys compete. But it was also fun. I learned a lot by watching.
And you personally, would you be happy competing in stronger winds on the foil?
100%. I was actually really disappointed that they didn't really let us. A lot of us girls were actually ready to go and keep racing, but they just decided to change to the fin. So some of us were a bit unhappy with that, but it's their decision and that's how it goes.
Alexandre, your first win of the competition, how does it feel?
It feels good, really good. I feel better on the foil than on the field. Not super strong, but I feel better and I think I can do a good race and I do a good race, I win it, so I'm very happy. From the start line, I take a really good start. I see nobody over me and just Enrico under me and the middle of the reach. I saw nobody pass me on the top. So I decided to go with Enrico we are more on the down to cover him. And I passed him just maybe 20 meters before the mark. So after I jibe first and it was okay. I have a good speed on the first reach, so it was nice.
After that, right until the finish, you and Enrico, it was close.
Yeah, it was very close. Enrico pushed a lot, especially on the second jibe. He pushed to the limit before the mark. So he passed me just before the jibe, but he jibed a bit bit big, you know. And I passed inside, so I jibed better. So it was really close, and after he pushed me a lot, so it was a good fight.
It was really fun race. I enjoyed this race really a lot, and it shows how actually interesting this discipline can be in a light wind. If we could be with the fin, it will just be a train and really boring. And now we will not be even able to do jibes with fin, and actually we were really fighting hard. So I think it's just great what we have, and it will just get more and more excited. But what actually happened in the race, I had okay start, but Alex was a bit in front of me, and just maybe 1 meter. But I had space to shoot down, so I tried to shoot down and come up, but I was with 9.0, he was with 8.0, and it was the wind kind of picked up, so he had this edge that he had on the start. He kept it till the first mark, and then I decided to go up. And from then on, I tried to push, you know, I tried to stay close, choose the good lines, and in second mark I dived in. I tried to get him there, but he was really good. He stayed patient and calm, so he just went out, leaving me the space, and went back in. So from there on, I was again second, and I told myself, okay, now I will prepare just last mark. I'm going to prepare last mark. I have 2 reaches and 1 mark to prepare last mark. And I was preparing, and actually on the last mark I had perfect position, because I was already jibing before him, but I don't know, I need to check the video, because I think he did a great last jibe. And then he just escaped, and as soon as I saw him, he was 10 meters in front, and I tried to push, but yeah, I knew I will not get him, because I mean I was pushing, but he's fast, and I was pushing, but then I touch, he touch, and we kind of just decided. At one point I decided, okay, I take second, because I was pushing all hit really hard, and to lose second was close, because we were close on the edge. So yeah, at the one point I just decided on the last reach, okay, I take second, and I go for the next hit, and already focused on the next hit. Thank you very much, and thank you to Nilpred and JP on amazing gear, and foil works perfect. It's we work really hard on it, and it's really fast, and it's gliding perfect. So yeah, I'm really happy with the package we have.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
How are the conditions today? It's less than yesterday, but it's okay.
Less, but it's getting more windy at the moment.
Yeah. What is the foil you're on?
The biggest IT foil, all, and the wing is 900, and it's maybe too much right now. I'm definitely happy with today. Man, I just want to win this, you know, so I'm really trying my best, and Palma was super good today. She was nailing the starts. I had a bit harder time with the start, so yeah, fingers crossed that tomorrow we can have a little bit more racing.
How were the conditions today? Because it's a lot less than previous days.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, it was perfect for foiling. It was quite light, so I was on big gears, 8.0. I switched one time to 7.0 when the wind picked up a little bit, but soon after it dropped again. So yeah, it was minimal conditions to be foiling. I was just on it all the time, like looking at the actually not the forecast, I was just looking at the water, looking at what the guys were doing constantly. I was trying to, just switch, like, okay, what's the best setup, and experimenting a little bit, which was also good. And still close, so anything can happen, but I'm fighting for the first place.
Basile finessing the foil in preparation for his next heat. Maciek, an all-important win in the final elimination of the day. Does it take a little bit of pressure off tomorrow?
Not at all. If anything, it puts more, because tomorrow nobody knows what's gonna happen. It could be nothing, could be light racing, could be the same as today, could be one elimination. Still gotta focus and perform. Yeah, now this final was a good mix of decision making and a little bit of luck, I have to admit, because it was kind of all day, like the second elimination, all the time it was between 9 meter and 8 meter weather. And rather than going on the 8 meter, I just adjusted my 9 meter with some settings, buttons and whatever, to hold a little bit more wind, to stay on the 9 meter the whole time, you know, and my foil and everything. And for the final, the wind dropped, swung offshore, like literally in the last minute, and I started on top, and I had a good run, and yeah, really stoked, really stoked, because by now it was kind of between me and Enrico, and I trained with the guy all winter. I actually know all his gear. I know like everything, all like, you know, like I know his strength, his weaknesses, and I know that light wind foiling is one of his strengths. It was Bruno in second on the last reach, you mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was my teammate Bruno, and there was definitely no team racing going on. He was pushing, he wanted his bullet, and he's quick, so good, good advertising for the sales, I guess.
Well, with 50 meters to go, it looked like you could almost touch each other, like The boards looked super close and people on the beach were, you know, holding their breath.
You know, it's funny with the foil because you don't hear. I have no clue where he is. I know he's somewhere there. You just hear like a shh, but you don't know if it's 3 meters, 5 meters or whatever. And the wind was kind of offshore, so we were pointing. So just to be sure, I kind of pumped a few times just to squeeze him upwind. No, I'm stoked. This was a very important one, but yeah, still one day. Why is this event so long? I don't know, but
well,
gotta...
best of luck for tomorrow. Thanks very much.